All right, Aries, welcome into your video. Okay, I finally opened the decks. I'm in Massachusetts. Shout out to anybody from this state. Everybody here is so lovely. Such lovely, kind people. And yesterday I wandered into this shop called In Spirit Crystals in Northampton. I'm here for my daughter, not a place I would normally visit. And I wandered in, and everybody in that shop was like, you have to buy this deck, Midnight Magic. Okay, let's check it out. Spirit for my Aries, can we get into the last week of July? And I needed a minute to kind of like open the deck, shuffle it good. Aries, please. Whoop. False alarm. Justice is here, and the Nine of Swords. And the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Why am I saying things in plural? All right, Nine of Swords and Justice. You're stressing over something. Guys, a lot of you could be having a separation or a divorce and you're stressing big time over it. Others of you, you're stressing over something that's coming in, and that's the complete opposite. Sorry, I'm like chopping up in my words because I'm getting downloads like super fast that they're not coming out of my mouth fast enough. Two camps. Somebody stressing over something that's court related, but it's upright. So this will be fair and balanced to all parties involved. Now, Justice talks about balancing the scales. And Nine of Swords talks about sleepless nights, stress, anxiety, all the things that you do at night. The thing that I was getting here, though, guys, is that some of you are also getting some kind of reward for some sort of injustice that you've had in the past. So this is the other half of the Aries group. And for some reason, you're stressing over this, whatever this is. But this is your justice. And this is Chiron, who has finally left your sign, has finally, after 9 years, left you alone. So you have no more karmic lessons. If anything, it's flipping the scales. The justice is being dished and doled out as we speak. So if anybody did you dirty, Aries, they're getting a massive dose right now. See, at the bottom of the deck, which I'm absolutely loving, is the Sun. The Sun is telling me you're going to be super, super happy. All right, so good stuff. I see good stuff. What's coming in for my Aries? Also, on the 20th or the 21st, there was something in the sky called the barbell basket. 4 planets aligned 4 degrees apart from each other. You and Gemini were affected the most by this barbell basket. So what I gleaned off of that is that if you use it in the right way, you could be extremely fortunate. All right? And that could be whatever your form of abundance is. Health, wealth, love, etc. What's coming in for Aries, please? Page of Pentacles, the Sun, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Guys, some of you, I feel like this is an ex from like a long time ago. Not everybody, just some of you. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. And that's at the bottom of the deck. Now, 8 of Pentacles. You're working really hard on yourself, your craft, your hobby, your trade, your, I don't know, pillowcase, whatever you're, sewing, fixing, doing. Some of you, it's talking about you're working on yourself, like your shadow side, etc., and all of the like. Now, the Sun did come out in the next position, which is amazing. And Page of Pentacles, something that you are learning. And 6 of Swords, mentally disengaging. When I look at this at a glance, Aries, you're finally mentally disengaging from chaos, from stress, from anxiety, from the bullshit. It's like you kind of, there's like a parting of ways. It's like you made peace with a decision and a path that you're going on, right? And you're going on it. And you're saying to yourself, that's it. I chose this way, I'm going to go this way. And this way requires you to, well, you are working hard, learning something brand new. So some of you are starting your own company, your own business, your own trade, brand new career. Others of you, it's a new relationship or a new style of relationship. Whatever it is, you're kind of happy because you're finally on this path that you've been dreaming about for a long time. Some of you thought that this could never happen for you, but some of you see the potential and you're starting out in this direction. King of Pentacles tells me this is for some of you, not all of you, an ex from a long time ago, but this is also a money person. So this could be like a boss, a financier, or somebody who's helping you out financially. They're in the upright position, which tells me that this person's here of interested in you or likes you or wants to help you. I just don't know how you feel about them yet. Let's continue. What is the surprise of the week here for my Aries, please? Bear with me, guys, because brand new deck sometimes is sticky. Two of Cups. Oh, my God. Ace of Swords. King of Cups. Here we go, folks. Nine of Cups. Here we go. It's been a long time coming, Aries. A long time coming. Finally, rainbows, butterflies. All the stuff I've always ever wanted to read for you. It's here. It's finally here. It's arrived. And I have chills. Really, truly. King of Cups. Yes, could be water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. Maybe they have a lot of water in their chart. But this tells me, moreover, not only are they available for you, they're also emotionally available. They're also emotionally mature. This is a new person. Ace of Swords. Or it's a new situation between you and this person, even if you've known them. Ace of Swords talks about putting your cards on the table. It's about communication. It's about your communication being honest and real. And usually that can only partake with a King of Cups. Because a King of Cups is the type of person that whether it's a hard conversation, a negative, a positive, they know how to handle it. They know how to transmute the energy. But Two of Cups tells me a whole other freaking story. It tells me partnership. It tells me that you love this person or you like them a lot. You definitely caught feelings, but they did too. And this is mutual. So I don't know if you're having this honest conversation, but with the Ace of Swords, it looks very highly likely that you are. Moreover, with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, oh my God, it just gets better and better. Nine of Cups not only tells me wish fulfillment and desire, this could lead to a potential couplehood where you're perfectly together, blended, happy, excited. Very nice, guys. Very, very nice. Yeah, let's continue. What is the advice here from my Aries, please? I think this deck is inspiring me because of this Airbnb. I mean, these people are very lovely, by the way. They're very green. I mean, there's plants all over the room. It's interesting. And out, like, I'm composting. I've never composted. I've never composted only because I don't know what to do with it after. But this person has a beautiful garden. So I think these mushrooms are like inspiring me, and I think it'll always remember me. It'll always remind me of this time and place. Advice for Aries, please. I mean, TMI, I know. But sometimes I feel like it's a good reminder to live in the moment. Right, Aries? We all too often forget to do that. Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Hangman. All right, interesting. And these are, so far, it's not even negative, but if there was negative cards in this whole reading, it would be these, and they're in the advice, which means it's not happening to you. So I want you to help yourself not ever get into these energies again. Let me explain. Nine of Wands talks about us being defensive, right? Like we have blocks, not blocks, obstacles. We just have blocks, right? We have boundaries because we're vulnerable, we're scared, and all these things, right? 10 of Wands talks about overburdened, overworked, exhausted, tired. Page of Wands talks about curiosity, which is actually a very much an Aries card. So let me explain how this is going to benefit you guys. It is wonderful to feel like the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a curious little kid in a candy store, and what could they buy with $10? Like, holy shit, this is amazing. I can't wait. This is the kid that graduates college, the world at the palm of their hands. So excited to put myself out there. This is the adult that just met somebody and is wondering where this could lead when they explore the relationship. 10 of Wands talks about overwhelmed, overburdened, overexhausted. 9 of Wands talks about protection, borders, boundaries, hiding yourself because of vulnerabilities. Now, in the advice position, all of these cards are telling me, as a fire sign, you're going to learn to control your fire. It is nice and it is amazing because for me, the Page of Wands is always the baby Aries inside us. So let the baby Aries be curious. Let the inside of you want to explore. That's what you should do. However, know how to use your boundaries correctly, when to expose them and when not, because sometimes two things might happen to you, Aries. You might have diarrhea of the mouth and, like say how much you feel and you rush into a relationship and you want this and you want that and how do you feel, blah, 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 blah. And then the other person feels rushed and, it makes everything tense. Or the complete flip, where you completely hide yourself. You don't expose anything. You say nothing, so there's no bonding. And 10 of Wands is when you feel then overwhelmed. Like you put so much effort into this situation and it's not coming back to you. You're going to have to learn how to balance that. Okay? Know how to control your boundaries, when to lift them and when to drop them. 10 of Wands talks about don't overdo it. Be curious, be excited, control your boundaries, but don't overwork yourself, don't overkill yourself. And sometimes it means, like, if this is work related and career related, you're going to have to do that hard work, especially right now for the next 2 years. But what you set up the next 2 years will be golden. You'll be set up for life. And 9 of Wands talks about protecting yourself, putting up those boundaries when you feel like somebody's overstepping or taking advantage of you. But explore as the Page of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, when you feel stuck, try to see something from another point of view. All right? Now let's see what the outcome is telling us. So the reason you're probably getting that kind of advice, Aries, is because you're starting to explore new avenues, new things, new relationships, new careers. So that's some really good advice to take before, once you get on this journey. Please keep reminding yourselves of that. Judgment in reverse and Ace of Wands in reverse. This is you rejecting a project or rejecting a passionate new beginning. But you haven't made a final decision. Maybe because you haven't made a final decision on something else or someone else. You're waiting for some reason. Yeah, you're trying to make sure. That's why. The last week of July. All right. I was going to use this other new deck, but I think one new deck is enough. We'll use this next week so I can explore that one because it looks like it's a little bit more advanced. So we'll use my handy dandy travel deck. Let's see what's going on here. Justice and 9 of Swords from Aries, please. Yeah, 3 of Wands in cross. 9 of Swords, Justice. Okay, Page of Cups, 8 of Cups, King of Rods. All right. Some of you could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could just have a lot of fire in their chart. You're struggling to be patient for this individual. Like you're struggling for them to come in and do what they got to do. They're stressing you out, actually. So I don't know if some of you are separating, divorcing, because you're just done, you're done kind of waiting a little bit. You're walking away because you're not emotionally served anymore. It's like you're pouring it out. Nothing's pouring back in. And then Page of Cups is here. The relationship is just extremely immature. Others of you, you're being affected by a child. Unless there's a huge age discrepancy between you and somebody else. But it's stressing you out. It's been getting toxic for you, this thing. Very toxic. Some of you, I feel even twin flame-ish vibes. Everybody thinks that they're supposed to be with their twin flame. No, you're supposed to be with your soulmate. And we get like a good handful in a lifetime, right? Your twin flame, there's only one. And sometimes you meet them and sometimes in this life you don't. But they are not easy paths to walk. Twin flames are not an easy thing to do. So sometimes when you're together, twin flames, it's like chaos all around you, or the flip, chaos within you. All right, because there's conflicts that you both need to resolve. So when you meet each other, it's mirroring one another. We can go into a whole conversation about twin flames. We won't do that here. But I'm getting those vibes that some of you are starting to recognize it's better not to be with your twin flame because of all the chaos and toxicity, especially if one of you is advanced and the other one is not in the world of spirituality or in your 3D world. All right. Let's see what's going on here with the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. Those of you that's work related, you walked away from something that wasn't emotionally serving you. And you know what? The justice is coming in now because now you're on track with something else in your life. Four of Swords, Four of Wands. The Moon. Just a second, guys. All right. And the Magician. Two major arcanas. So this thing that you're working towards, whether it's a career, a job, a relationship that's making you happy, you are definitely learning. Learning the other person or learning a new job, standard operating procedures. You're leveling up. You're upgrading. You're upgrading your career, your position there. This relationship. Okay, the Moon is telling me you do have a little hesitation because you're worried about the future, the leading of this. I mean, yes, who doesn't have this? Because we all know as human beings, we don't know what goes on in other people's environments behind closed doors. We don't know what the future holds for us. That's why we come here. But why we do come here, guys, is so we know how to stop gate certain shit from falling apart, or how to handle it when it comes in, right? But here you are healing. That's not your case. Your case, Aries, is you're finally healing so you're able to move forward into this new direction because you are manifesting this future. Yes, you're hesitating. Yes, you're cautious. Yes, you worry about the future, but you're still doing you. You're being brave. And let me tell you, the way the planets are aligning in the sky, especially with that barbell basket that I was talking about, the Aries that are taking risks will be favored. I mean, take calculated risks, obviously. But those who are doing it, you will be rewarded. Look at this. You're upgrading. Excuse me. You stay focused, okay? Regardless of the positive and the negative stuff going on in your world. Two of Cups, King of Cups, and Ace of Swords. Please clarify. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. I only pick up the phone when it is a doctor. Okay. Two of Swords or a family member. Seven of Swords. You're torn over something that could have been in the shadows. What's in the shadows? Third-party situation, an affair. Some of you are quietly strategizing something. But I see you over here, Queen of Wands, at the bottom of the deck. This is you, Aries, Leo, Sag. But this is sometimes the other thing is when you are the Mr. or the Mrs., the Mistress. That's you. You're dealing with somebody here. So this is making me feel like this is a new person that's coming in or you just met them. And this person feels the same way as you do. Maybe you kept this in the shadows and you're torn over what to do because you have an ex and you have a newbie. A newbie is in town. What's this? Yeah, you're going to be You definitely going to do this. You're going to go have a heart-to-heart conversation and be honest. I love this series. It's kind of like one of those things where you meet somebody new, you like them a lot, and they like you, and you're like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. This is my life right now. This is my world. Can you hang? Can you wait? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's one of those jams. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands. Clarify, Spirit. 5 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. And Knight of Rods. Okay. So you're starting to say to yourself, I have other forms of abundance. Yeah, this marriage went to shit, but now you know what? My life's about my kids. Yeah, this job went to shit, but now I can focus on a new career, or I can focus on my personal business. Whatever it is, you need to look at your other forms of abundance, your 2 of Cups. Like if you turn around, you have something to work with. You lose your job, but you always had a side hustle. Now you look at the side hustle. That's your blessing. So it's asking you to do that in your advice position. All right, let's continue and see what's going on here with your outcome of the week. The Ace of Wands and Judgment in reverse, both in reverse. The 4 of Pentacles and the Hermit and the 9 of Cups. So this decision that you haven't made, this Ace of Wands, because this looks like a failure to launch some new project or a hot new beginning, it's because you're holding on to someone else. You're not emotionally available. So maybe that's the conversation you're having there. I don't know. So you haven't really fully made a decision on this though, because it looks like you're taking a step back to make a judgment call on it. So you want to make sure you're making the right decision. I'm not telling you to do that. You are personally already doing that because you are looking at your wish fulfillment and desire, and you do want a solid new start. All right, so August is going to look interesting. Actually, for me, it's going to look interesting because I'm curious what you guys are going to do. Let's see what we're going to talk about for love in the extended for Aries, please. Aries. New love is at the bottom of the deck. Romantic feelings. This definitely tells me somebody new. And that's probably this Ace of Cups. This King of Cups. And new love at the bottom of the deck. Guys, this is exciting. I want you to get excited. I want you to get excited for your life. This is shit you want to claim, all right? Because your life is finally taking a positive direction. This is incredible, and this is for like you hanging in there, and you doing you. All right, let's head on over to the extended. Everybody else, I will see you next week.